It's the Cable MTG Show.
All right, pack one, pick one. What are we doing? Vamp, Overlord, Crab. There's a Crocus. Crocus is never really wrong, huh? Yeah, to think that last draft, I pack one, pick one to Mana Crypt, hoping to just have some brutal fast matches, fast aggro matches. Give my brain a rest. That didn't happen. Yeah, I like the black cards here, and I like the Crocus here. I think Overlord and Vamp are more important than Crab. Crab's pretty replaceable. Unless you're trying to crab Wheel Ephemerate. Let's just take the Vamp, I suppose. Thank you, I love you. I was just gifted a burger, friends. Couple nice dorks here. Recurring Nightmare is certainly tempting. Yeah, let's just take the Nightmare. Do this stuff. Can you have a bite of the burger? You can. It's on a pretzel bun. It looks like I have a salad to join it. Not that much. This is my dinner. Oh, it's a veggie burger. I'm still into it. Yeah, I'm not really about this pack, doesn't really help me. Let's take top. Hey, there we go. Actually, I saw the Grizzlebrand, but maybe Atrax is better, Every once in a while, you hardcast a Grizzlebrand. I feel like you cast Atraxa more, just because 7 is so much less than 8. But with this start, you might be casting Grizzlebrand more. They're both premium reanimation targets. They're both really good here. Maybe Atrax is better to loop with Nightmare. Maybe the natural order wheels, and we end up with multiple ways to get out the Atraxa. Tyrant's another good one. Yeah, okay. Another good recurring Nightmare thing. Also a fine backup natural order target. Not a big fan of multiple Vamp tutor effects. They are a card disadvantage. If you draw multiple, it's awkward. You have to play one, and then you have to wait a turn to play the other one. Monstrosity is good. I don't think it's as good as Grist if you're doing recurring Nightmare things. Liliana, really good with Reanimator, of course. We wanted to stay mono black. I think hoping the natural order wheels is like a solid plan, though. It's not like Grist is bad here, Urborg to help offset the Ancient Tomb. Overlord's not a bad wheel. Not a bad wheel at all. What else was in this pack? We took the Vamp. Oh, someone took the Crab. Sure. Yeah, deal. Oh, the natural order's gone. Both dorks are here, but somebody took the natural order. That stinker. I think I like Woodland. Grist is doing self-mill stuff. Just like having Woodland become a 7/7 or whatever seems good. You like Hex Mage with Overlord? That's pretty nice. I've certainly lost to that combo before. Yeah, one nice thing about being in green is you do get to last pick some very playable cards. Bear's not bad here. The self-mill's good. My favorite home for the Bear, though, is in red-green, where you can give a double strike. Kill people very quickly. I think I like the Mire out of this pack. Nissa being the next card down. Interesting. There's like 3 cards that I like here. I like Mox Diamond, Mind Twist, and the Rumble. Splashing Fable's not crazy. It's certainly the best card in the pack. But I don't think it's like that much better than Rumble. Rumble's doing a lot of similar stuff, right? Not that much better than Rumble to be worth a splash here. I'm just going to take the Rumble, I think. I really like the Mox Diamond. Speeds us up a little bit, though. Currently, we're a little on the slow side. Yeah, shit. Well, there's another possible splash, although it's a little easier now that we have the Mox Diamond. Could become a Sultai Sludge. We could also just play some discard spells. I think we're pretty good on terms of recurring nightmare targets. I don't think we need this Primus. The Grim Monolith would let me just cast the Tyrant sometimes, which is kind of nice. Voidwalker's really good. Verge is okay. If I'm serious about this Oko, I should probably just take the Trop, though. Hey, Mr. Crazy C, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 58 months there. Sultai Reanimator Pile, your favorite archetype. Hell yeah. A lot of nice red cards going around. Unearth's cute with Grist, but not amazing with the other cards I've got picked out. Do I want to go further into blue for this Mana Leak? Could just take the Freebooter, I guess. I don't love it. Hey, Bayou, nice. Nice. That was a great pickup. I like Reclaimer if I'm Dark Depthsing or Gaia's Cradling. I don't really like Reclaimer otherwise. Was Uro totally useless here? Uro takes a lot of blue mana, that's all. We could certainly morph into a deck that wants it. Wouldn't take much. Hell yeah, Uber Juice. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but on Tuesday, I'm going to have a Power Metal Singer. The lead singer, Lords of the Trident, is going to be coming into my office here, live, to stream a bit of Cube with us. Very cool and kind of him. Yeah, I like Sentinel and Nadu. I'm wondering, so we already passed some of the good Nadu cards. Like, I think we passed Greaves earlier, right? I might just grab it here because the ceiling's so high. Oh, let's take Boots, huh? Boots is a Nadu card. Nice. It'd be fun to, like, Boots up one of our top-end chonkers, too. Or Monstrosity. Boots is good there. The Rumble came back. Yeah, the Sanctum helps with the blue splash, but I guess so does Rumble, huh? Does he know Magic? So Fang Van Rothenstein. Von Rathenstein? So Fang did used to play Magic, but it was a long time ago. So he's still got a bunch of old cards in his closet. They do run a Magic tournament, or they have. They did last year at the music festival that they put on here in Madison. But he's not an active player. Nice Verge Wheel. But I think he'll be, you know, certainly within his wheelhouse to be able to help me draft the most power metal-y card of all, the most power metal-y cube deck of all time, huh? I kind of wish I knew if somebody else was in Reanimator. The Grizzlebrand did not wheel. Archon's another, like, really premium reanimation target. And Entomb would actually let us, like, get our fatties into the graveyard. Like, currently, the way we have of binning fatties is through Rumble or Overlord or Grist or Ursine, you know? We don't actually have efficient ways to do that. The appeal to Life Death is that right now, Recurring Nightmare is our only way of reanimating. And it sure would be nice to have multiples, huh? I think I'm going to grab the Entomb. Really hard pick, though. Grabbing the Archon increases the chance that you mill one, too. I thought there was, like, an outside chance that you might Entomb for Uro. Oh, it's almost good here. These lands fucking suck. Yeah, past the Smog combo. Past the other half of the Smog combo in pack 1. Just gonna grab Force of Vig for the sideboard. Misty's a great land. How are we doing on playables? We just need like a couple more. Okay, I think we're okay. If I'd taken that Archon instead of the Entomb, then I'd be on Through the Breach here. And I just make the mana base work. We have the Bloodstained Mire that can fetch a mountain. We have this Mox Diamond. As is. Could take Caryatid. Don't hate that. Shielded's pretty good. There's Overgrown Tomb, but we already have a Bayou to fetch up. Damn, yeah, I was hoping for one more reanimation effect. Does Skull Clamp work here? Clamp's really good with Grist. Oh, Clamp is another trigger for Nadu. Okay, I'm into it. Oh, this is actually a good Hagak deck. I think we have enough self-mill for it. It gives some depth to the Entomb, too. We only have one reanimation effect. Is this that Recurring Nightmare? Nice! Yeah, I thought someone might take the Archon. Even if somebody else is in Reanimator, I thought there was a chance they would want the Archon. The same person who took the Grizzlebrand in pack 1. Phew. And we do, of course, have Vamp Tutor to, you know, help find them. It's just really nice to have a second effect. Yeah, exactly, Poison type. Yeah, it was here, JRC. It actually started hailing a little bit at the end. I looked out over my lawn, and there was like a thin sheet of ice. And Tomb with the Shifting Woodland. Yeah, I could see that coming together. Little sideboard Skydiver action. I almost like that Oculus. Maybe if I'd grabbed that Unearth in pack 1. I might actually cut this Grim Monolith. Maybe a white here. A lot of nice playables in our sideboard, huh? Suppose that's a good sign. Is Cube my favorite format? It certainly is. Oh, Mr. Lee, you were the one who ran a Singleton, like the Australian Highlander deck in the Vintage tournament on Saturday, right? That was fucking awesome. Members of my chat were rooting for you. I was rooting for you. We watched a couple of your matches. My least favorite format? Block. This might be a spot where Inquisition's worse than Freebooter. Just because we want bodies for Nadu and Recurring Nightmare. I might cut Uro here, even with all the self-mill. How robust is our Nadu plan? It's not amazing, but we do have Lava Spur Boots and Skull Clamp. I think that's enough. We got like Rumble and stuff to help find things. Creature counts here is actually pretty decent. I think Snuff Out's going to be a sideboard card. Love Snuff Out. I think it's going to be a sideboard card here. I've been playing a lot of Snuff Out in Pauper lately. I've been putting together a Pauper gauntlet of like 6 different decks. I'm like halfway through. It's so time intensive to put decks together. But ideally, it'll be like a nice core of decks that don't need to be changed too often. Glad you're enjoying the tunes, your face. Is it just a value top? Yeah, I mean, we have some fetches. And like the Rumble and the Overlord, also like mill for the top. It's a nice selection card. You're right that it's not necessary. We could cut it. It's cute with the grist mill, too. You can, like, spin top and then use grist to mill the one that you don't want. Am I a vinyl person? I am a vinyl person, yeah. I have a pretty reasonable setup. Some real nice speakers. You're looking for recommendations on vinyl stores. Okay. Usually I get my vinyl, like, straight from bands. But there are some nice shops in Madison. There's one downtown that's got a pretty decent selection. Where, like, you go in and you're like, okay, this isn't that much, but there's, like, some nice racks of vinyl. And then you, like, go down a fucking passageway, and then they've got, like a dungeon with more vinyl in it. Spacing on its name. But I got my record player there. It might literally just be Mad City music. That sounds right. What kind of record player do I have if I know offhand? I don't remember. It's a pretty normal brand, though. It was like 200. The Asian Avenger! Thanks for the raid. Much appreciated. Hope you had a dope stream. Let's give Asian Avenger a shout out. If y'all aren't following Krim, you should be. Dude rocks. Great streamer, worth following. All right, let's get some lands in here. For folks that are just showing up, we're playing Vintage Cube, my favorite format. We just had back-to-back trophies, and now we're on kind of an interesting-looking Sultai sludge pile. We picked an early recurring nightmare, and then we later on splashed an Oko and got a little Nadu sub-theme going on. Interesting to see how it plays out. They want to give you planes for Atraxa. Sometimes you cast Atraxa. I don't want the planes, though. How are you doing on mana? Does he play Magic? Agent Avenger? Absolutely. That is his main deal. We met at one of those Mythic Invitationals once. Years ago. God, that might have been a long time ago, actually. I think that might have been like 2019 or something. I was like doing some mental calculus. Like, it feels like that was just yesterday, but that was like 6 years ago. And Verge is base green. I think we can count Verge for green and black. So this would be 9 green, 9 black. How much blue do we think we need? Oh, the Uro needs a bit. Meyer does not get blue. This is only like 3-ish blue sources, plus Caryatid, plus Mox Diamond. I'm going to play one more, and I might even cut the Uro. We'll have the cards in the graveyard often enough, but I'm not sure that we're going to have double blue often enough. Just put top in instead. That was my last cut. Inquisition would also fit well. I do like interacting sometimes. Bloom. That helps with the mana issue. I think I'm just going to vamp for Entomb. And then on turn 2, I can run out the Caryatid, and then ideally, I'll have the mana to Entomb plus Recurring Nightmare out of Natraxa. That's a very fast Glorybringer. Maybe I don't have time to Caryatid next turn. Snuff Out definitely coming in, Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have vamped for Atraxa. And then just Bone Shards discarded Atraxa here. Silly meme. Can I afford to take another 6? Yeah, I'm gonna... This is a little sketch. I'm gonna keep on with my original plan. Amped Raptor hit a Thorium. Holy shit! Box of the shoes! Dropping in 10 gifted subs. The Indy's gonna prevent me from blocking Fear, and that's pretty good. Congratulations to Jay from FL. Avowin 1312. Raw Dog Greedium, Hugboat, Kathak 87. Congrats to Mock Hunt, Toad Pitch, Elucia Red, and Hitashiki. Congrats everybody, and thanks Box of the Shoes. Fucking awesome. Spray some emojis, Well, that didn't work very well, Yeah, the plan was to rip a land here so I could Entomb plus Recurring Nightmare and have an Atraxa, which I think would be, like, enough to live, right? Block the Glorybringer, gain 7. Yeah. I don't think Bone Shardsing does it now. Could run out Strix. Yeah, it just doesn't work. No live draws. There's no, like, Black Lotus that we could rip or something off a Strix trigger. Yeah, Snuff Out's definitely coming in. And then I'm going to cut... What am I going to cut? Maybe Freebooter. I wonder if that Uro should come in, huh? Get some more life gain up in this. There's a lot of matchups where you don't want to run out a naked Recurring Nightmare in case the opponent disenchants it. The opponent does have access to white cards, but I think it's better to run it out here. I think tempo is more likely to matter. Speaking of tempo, would have had the turn 3 Shielded too. Damn. Well, at least we can play our Snuff Out, huh? At least we do that Swamp. Yeah, I'm going to say no on recurring anything there. So if we draw a creature, we can reanimate that Vaultborn Tyrant. Or if we draw another Swamp, huh? We can play the Shielded and sack that. Wouldn't be crazy. The FOMO just just looted away Goblin Bombardment. Just pointing that out because they have a Johnny and Bombardment. Their deck's very good. Sure. It's a lot of life to gain all of a sudden, huh? I kind of missed the Vaultborn was going to trigger off that. 4 or greater, yeah, perfect. This game's just going so much better, huh? Fucking night and day. They can't trade with any of my creatures in combat. We have this Recurring Nightmare. Put a registered modern deck? Oh no. No, they've got Mox and Mana Crypt in their deck. Alright, let's do another one like that, Tom. Think about cutting the Ignoble, like have one less dork for the Oath of Druids. Then we can vamp for him. We still need creatures, we still need bodies for Recurring Nightmare, though. I'm gonna leave it in. I do think Force of Vigor would be overboarding, yeah. They kind of need to have threats. If you're boarding in something like Force of Vigor versus an artifact deck, it kind of needs to hit their threats. I'm actually going to keep this. I know it looks a little wild, because we don't have a green source, but we also have both of Druids and both of our Mana Dorks here. And Snuff Out's free if I find Biome. Hey, Remy LeBeau, thanks to the sub, thanks to 77 months. Would Inquisition be better than Oath? If Inquisition was in over Oath, I would have mulled this hand, so we'll see. So our worst hits are like Nadu and Uro off this oath, I think. Oh, Grist. Grist is in there. This Caracas hits a lot of cards in my deck. I guess Shieldred would be my worst hit now. Do we have an answer to Crocus? Yeah, we can get our fucking 6/6 that we won with last game. What am I supposed to spin top here? Hell yeah. I think I'm gonna run out the Caryatid. Oh yeah. And now that Tyrant is very conveniently placed in my graveyard, we'll have a Recurring Nightmare in hand. Yeah. Yeah, I'm supposed to Uro first here. What does attacking do for me? Lets them block and trigger Oath if they want. Does it get damage in? A little bit. I'm gonna give it a turn. Hey, Handsome Tom 21. At least the 101 months there. 101, baby. I have been stompered. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, a Snook 1. At least the 5 months there. Yeah, these are all good. Possible I should just be Urowing stuff, but I think I like... Oh, right. I'm losing my things. Yeah, that's okay. I might not want to do this. They have Crocus. Yeah, so I was worried about oathing into this Atraxa and fucking decking. Which could still happen, of course. Do I want to trigger this? I don't think I do. Could I hit Overlord and just die? I kind of want to kill the lifelinker. But maybe it makes sense to kill a legend critter when I can. I do this Crocus. I'm gonna get shielded. They have the onboard Caracas, but they like are then using their one white source to bounce shielded on upkeep. Those Lava Spur boots might be good. I think Oko is going to turn the top into a 3/3. I think there would have been fine. I think Nado thing is also fine. Kind of cute, huh? Yeah, even if the opponent owns the Lava Spur boots, the effect still applies. It doesn't de-equip the creature, so it still has the +1/+0 and haste there. Very close hand, but I think it's a mull. I kind of dig vamping for Recurring Nightmare, and then just Rumble on 2. You just started Moto? Very cool. Hope you enjoy the experience. Hope you have some good games. Is there a format in particular that interests you? Look at me eat those nudes like a man. This is a salad. Interesting. Yeah, playing out the Recurring Nightmare exposes it to random disenchant effects, but if we want to make it Atraxa next turn, we kind of got to play it out this turn. Kind of the nature of where we're at here. That's a pretty fast clock. Kaladesh Remastered's very fun. Where are you playing that? Probably not going to get to it with Cube here. Hello. Could meet the Hagak here. Could also threaten to double block a Menacer. Face up, Blue Man. Set an upkeep stop so we don't draw our Entomb target. Gross. I hope I don't lose because I played Hagak there instead of leaving up the Atraxa. Because Broadside is repping another. Yeah, this is Xaxes. Well, no, Gut can't sack itself. Okay, never mind. Oh, Gut can sack itself. Oh, they stacked the oh, that's clever. That's clever. They stacked the Gut trigger and then sacked the Gut to Broadside, and then they sacked the Broadside to Gut to get enough damage through. Yeah, it looks like if we had not played the Hagak, we would have been fine, but you don't really expect to die from that life total. Broadside's pretty fucked up, though. Yeah, I think I win then if I don't bring back the Hagak there, At the very least, the broadside would have had to hit the ignoble so that I wouldn't be able to block with it. But then, like, we just untap and Traxa gets to attack and connect, and we reanimate Vaultborn Tyrant and gain more life there and stuff. We're gonna bring Snuff out again. I'm bringing the Oath of Druids again, too. Even though we're on the draw. You can't block the Menace creature. The Traxa's got Vigilance. What all did I add? I added Snuff out. Oh, and the Oath, yeah. Okay. Inquisition, probably worth it on the play, but I was done thinking about it. I'm on the draw. Why would I be on the draw? I lost. I'm on the play. Did I misspeak or something? Seems like a solid turn 2 play. Yeah, my bad. Not the first time I've misspoke. Especially if I'm making a comment like, this would be better on the draw, but I'm going to be on the play. Trying to keep both. English is hard. English is hard. I feel like I misspeak the most often when I'm like, my brain is still, like, fucking solving the equation, you know? Brains are not meant for multitasking. Yeah. Kind of felt like they had something. This is okay, though. Still in a good spot for next turn, I think. Oh, I'm going to snuff the shit out of that right now. Matches up very well against my Mox Diamond, The brain didn't evolve to learn how to read? Yeah, not really. I remember a study I read once about how, like, our brains actually explode with activity after we've made a decision. Like, we're by nature designed to be, or evolved to be a more reflective species. Help us make better decisions in the future. Was really hoping to hit a land here so that I'm going to play around Mana Tithe. Well, let's grab Nightmare, I guess. Staffing, good, good. And then this will find a land. Grist, Nadu, Tomb. And Woodland comes into play untapped, right? Yeah, because we've got Bayou as a forest. Nice. Feels good to get to connect here. Well, let's see if we can make it an Atraxa third game in a row, Dog killer? Me? No. I was just putting the dog out. Dogs are friends. Interesting opener here. Fuck the fucking dog. No, I don't recommend that either. I don't even know why you have a fucking dog. That seems a little sus. I don't think my Boros aggro opponent's just passing with nothing to do on tune. I think they were planning on playing a flash creature. And now the Oath means that there's a cost, unless they have an answer to the Oath. Do I think they should put the Forbidden Land in the cube? Nah. Most of your opponents are. Could run out the Ignoble, and then they trigger Oath, and then we kill our own Ignoble. Like, we should just snuff it out on their end of turn to get the trigger. I'm kind of fine chilling here. Less fine now. Two beautiful back-to-back Boros stacks. We're mana short of being able to go Ignoble Hierarch, Bone Shards my own Ignoble, discarding Atraxa. Wait, no, I'm not. Let's do that. It's awkward as hell, but whatever. Not the best Shieldred. Maybe this Shieldred will help against this One Ring, huh? Hey, Trapezoid, thanks to the sub, thanks to the 14 months. I get an Oath trigger. Finding me Grist. Basically deciding what to put Lava Spur Boots on here. On the attract side, I do gain one more life. We're definitely using the Grist. Fuck. Broadside was like... I was like, well, they could hit Broadside. That'd be pretty fucking bad. But, I mean, they would have just drawn it, It's just 3 mana here. Still not what I wanted to see. Oh, they milled Fire Blast. Okay, interesting. I guess they would have drawn Fire Blast for a turn then, and then, like, not activated the One Ring. Unless they had an answer to Shieldred. Whoa. Yeah? Do you think they thought through this Shieldred? Certainly stylish there. Those were two terrifying matches. Opponent's decks were very good. My opener here is slow. Oh, well, it's a little better. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Tyrolean, thanks for the 36 months, the 3 years. Yeah, I was going to say, my opener was slow, but we've got, like, Caryatid, Skullclamp, Nadu, all, like, playing pretty well together. And then we, like, built our deck around this Recurring Nightmare. But then the Mox Diamond just sped us up a whole turn. Skullclamp bait. Well, currently we have nothing to clamp. If I was the opponent I was sitting there with Mana Drain or what have you, I would not burn it on a Skullclamp. So we're going to lead on the Nadu. That'll play around days, right? And then play the clamp after then. We'll probably get countered, but we do still have this recurring nightmare. Potentially rebuy it later. All my things resolving versus double blue, huh? Interesting. Yeah, at least we're not facing a Boros opponent. 3 out of 3 rounds. Those were like nuts Boros decks too. They were not like bad Boros lists. Either of those decks I think would have been like 3-0'd pretty reasonably. Have not had an easy gauntlet. Hey, Elite Troll, thanks for the sub, thanks for sharing the Prime, the 52 months. I'm also glad you can mooch off your parents' Amazon Prime. Very kind of you, Elite Troll. Very kind of you to think of little old Caleb. Team Age for Mana Crypt. Candelabra, nice. I feel like the opponent's doing Academy things, but you could play Candelabra with High Tide as well. Little? You calling me fat, Sergeant? You calling little old Caleb fat? In the big picture sense, I'm very small, right? If you consider the size of the universe, I am but an ant. Do I have one left? Let's do this first. What the fuck is that card? Holy Broken? Are you talking about Nadu? Yeah, Nadu got banned in Modern pretty quickly and is still like a playable legacy card. God damn it. I don't know if I have a clean answer to Portal. I could like reanimate my own Vaultborn Tyrant so they can't get it, but then they can either Spellbomb bounce it, and then I have to replay it again. And meanwhile, they're getting like Nadu and stuff. Let's see what's in the deck with this Vamp Tutor. Grist doesn't answer it. Oko answers it. Yeah, let's just go get Oko. We lose the Oko, of course. I think that's fine. Potential for them to replay the Portal later by bouncing it. Oh, this is... Let's get a nice board going. We kind of need to draw a creature to sack to this recurring nightmare, like, very quickly, Come on, deck. That will do it. I wonder if rebuying Vaultborn's even better than rebuying Nadu, right? If I rebuy Nadu here, then spellbombing it triggers and draws me another card. I guess we have the mana to replay Vaultborn. If I was the opponent, I probably would have bounced my Volborn in that window I gave him. Playing the Malevolent Rumble here would be totally fine. I think just like getting more Skull Clamp cards is probably better. Or Nadu cards, I should say. It's important to remember that the combined playtesting power the Magic community gets outpaces anything the dev teams are able to do ahead of release. Yeah, I mean that's technically true, but they'll print cards where people are like, "Oh, that's a problem," like fucking immediately. When I played with Nadu in Sealed, it first showed up in like I first played it in Sealed during the early access, and I said that this would be broken in Legacy. like I was not. It doesn't take like weeks of testing sometimes. You don't need a full team. You don't need a lot of people. Sometimes it's just very clear that a card should not have been printed, and Nadu is one of those times, I think. That's okay. Like, people make mistakes. But that wasn't like some, like, oh man, they didn't have enough time to test. Just an error. Alright. Making changes way too late in the process, certainly a very real issue. The defense of that, I've heard, is that like a lot of the times they're catching things late in the process, and then like we see the mistakes that happen late in the process, but we don't see the times that they catch mistakes later on. So if we prevented them, if they just like were like, okay, well, we'll never make changes this late, it would actually end up being worse, is the argument. And that's obviously hard for us to comment on, right? That's an inner workings of R&D thing. We can only comment on what we see, really. Opponent just found a 1 ring. Sure. That's true, Aegis. That's apparently like what happened with Oko, right? Like they were just like working on Oko for so long. And it got changed so much. Do I want to get my Nadu off the board? I might, actually. Tying for 3 in the air is not bad. Can always bring it back, I suppose. Boots are nice. Yeah, a little bit worried about my library total here. So you could play we could hardcast Atraxa, right? We could bring back Volborn Tyrant, but then you're getting like multiple Volborn Tyrant triggers. Same with Grist. Grist like self-mills a bit. 10 cards remaining. I do want to try and kill them next turn. Maybe I will just play the Atraxa. And we'll draw a card off Volborn, but like, just don't grab anything from the Atraxa trigger. I kind of forgot about Shieldred. That'd be a good one to get down in front of this 1 ring. Cool. Well, this seems like a matchup for this Force of Vigor, huh? On the Skydiver, maybe. I kind of feel like the Strix shouldn't have been in. I love Strix. It's really good with Recurring Nightmare, but I keep on, like, almost decking myself. I don't, like, need this value critter, right? And we don't have enough blue for it to be a consistent early game card. The Skydiver's a little bit more high impact, so it's worth playing for sure. Yeah, cool little game. I also cut Freebooter. I do think Freebooter is good here. You gotta cut something. This is Zach looking up the MTG bot command list. I think there's one for editing a command, but maybe it's just delete and then add it again. Oops. Fuck. I fucked it up. I'll get it this time. Noob command editor. Yeah, right? Super noob. Alright. I guess we can keep this, huh? I'm gonna force a bigger, hopefully do something. Yeah, I don't muck with commands very often. Wow, didn't get a window to force a vigor. They're just gonna Blightsteel me. They are not. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Garrett Jacks the Mize, 674 months. Ads came up, and now they are no more. I think I just gotta kill that. Yeah, it takes way too long to get a creature down to attack and get the jewel, so. I'm not gonna let them just have it, That's no way to live. Ooh. Do I want Nadu or Grist here, huh? It's an interesting thing. Grist gives you a lot of fodder for Recurring Nightmare, but Recurring Nightmare can always, like, grab the Grist later. I was thinking Nadu would look more impressive on this board than Grist would. Grist kind of getting pressured by the opponent's critters here. Potentially even killed, right, with the Duelist there. And then you're spending your turn making a 1-1. That was my reasoning. Whereas if they answer the Nadu, at least we're drawing cards. It'd be nice to get a land here, though. Then we wouldn't Nadu, we would just slam the Shielded. Make sure they don't pop off with Gadgeteer. And Duelist. Stock Up is so good. People keep on asking me, like, what's the best new card in the cube? And it's like, Stock Up. It's not a close thing. Oh, please have no answer to Shielded. Just have it be super good, please. Yeah, I've been comparing Stock Up to, like, Factor Fiction for 3 mana, where your opponent doesn't know how to split a Factor Fiction. You always get the 2 best cards. Got me. Be a brutal spot to get Cryptic commanded. Like every other spot. And they have it. Don't have it. Should I have served first? God damn it. Well, they drew a card. They countered and drew. They didn't bounce Shielded. That's fucking interesting. Or no, they're drawing a card from the Duelist. Yeah. Brain Freeze. Interesting. Now we have to re-resolve this Shielded, Yeah, they can make the same play on my second main phase after I attack, but you would have gotten in the 4 damage, right? Couldn't end up mattering. Land off the top here would be sick, because then I could serve him with a shielded. It's a nice pressure on the card. Ghost Vacuum Duelists, getting their crimes on. It'd be kind of fun to do that in Standard. Ghost Vacuum Duelist, Ketchermos, some like Esper shit pile. Land. Fuck. Yeah, the issue with Shielded Pass is that the opponent's board is growing. Doesn't seem like it's going to be good enough for very long. Oh, they have a Daze? Alright, that just wins, I think. Let's go next. Thinking a bit. Yeah, I think they have enough targets for Snuff Out. I don't know what you're cutting, though. Maybe Hagak. It's kind of nice to have a threat that you can just, like, mill into. Maybe Entomb. Nah, I've liked the Entomb. I guess Ursine. Ursine's really good here, though. Top. Could cut top. Cut it earlier. Could cut them both and play the Inquisition. Pretty zesty opener. It's brutal, but I think we need the land here. I feel so silly when I like rip a land next turn, but like the Grist and the Skydiver are both so good. You grab the Grist and then like sack the spawn to play the Grist next turn, make a token, next turn make a token, and Tomb for Hagak. And have like a turn 3 Hagak there. Not bad aim. You would cut Shielded for tempo's sake? Oh, I would never cut Shielded. Can't imagine a match where I would do that. Board not looking bad. Board developing a bit. Hey, Tater Chimp thinks the $5 donation. Let's see what Chimp wants to listen to. Presented without comment. I believe that was a comment. This is Trollfest. Dance like a pink flamingo. The music video really adds something. Looks like some Eurovision stuff. Some people are having entirely too much fun. I just want them to know they need to cut that out. I think I'm gonna have Oko turn the Ignoble into a 3/3, so I get a Nadu trigger here. Any interest in the retro vintage cube? What are you talking about, Max? You mean the one that was on Moto? I had a blast with it. You wonder what they put on sitting on? Well, no, they have a Cryptic in hand, because that's what Narset found. So they're not dead here. Any interest in the cube that you streamed for 2 weeks straight until they brought it away? Yep. I did. And then same thing as last turn. Let's get another naughty trigger here, why not? I want to chill on the Recurring Nightmare. Let me hold up Snuff Out while being able to play around days and such. That autoplay, though. That autoplay. I do like that tune. Let's play this this Visigoth track. I think this was the track where I was like, okay, I love this band. Any band who puts out their first EP about the Brothers War, from Magic the Gathering, GG's Venick, was indeed a close game one. Is that 3 trophies in a row? We're fucking crushing it today.